welcome to another beer review with me, Ruku. Today's beer review is one that I've long awaited for. Never tried it before, and I'll get to that in a minute. This is the almighty Tactica Nuclear Penguin. There we go, Tactical Nuclear Penguin from Brewdog. This is 32% and is a ice distilled stout. I've already gone ahead and opened this, so don't worry about the pour. Cap is just of the dog. Now this stuff here, this is only 110 mil. Yeah, 110 mil. God, fuck, my throat's going today. 110 mil. It used to be in a 330, and Brewdog has since now been Jewish and given us 110 mil. Basically, long story short, this used to be the world's strongest beer way back in 2009 and used to cost a cracking £40 a bottle and was a 330. Now it's pretty much a tenner a bottle and you're only getting 110 mil. That's the difference. It's a stout, or an imperial stout as they call it, and it's ice distilled. So in other words, they freeze dry it and they drain all the water out to make it stronger. And I know people are going to ask, is it technically a beer? Is it not? Well, it's debatable. I would say yes, because it's made, you know, the same way a beer is, other than just taking the water out of it. And surprisingly, because this is so strong, I love the sell-by date on this. 18th of September 2030. You can barely see that because it's really rubbed off, but 2030. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Nice little bottle though. Would have preferred a 330. Reason why I didn't have this way back in 2009, because I waited and I ended up having Sink the Bismarck at even stronger than this, which was 41%. So that this was the record holder in 2009 and did so for about a year, and then we had Sink the Bismarck and so on, and the war just carried on raging. But I've had a majority of the world's strongest beers, so this will be added to my list. But there we go, look at that. Thick darkness. I'll do that. You can see the hints of brown coming on the glass here. It's very thick consistency. You can see a little bit of lacing, just very rarely. It's an odd one. Yeah, it's definitely a thick consistency beer, this. But let's crack on with the smells, because I can smell them from here. It's that strong. It really is. It does burn your nose a little bit, but smells of coffee, a little bit of treacle, chocolate, like a dark chocolate. I'd say molasses as well. It's got a slight burn. Overall, very pleasant smells. So here's to drinking 32% previous world's strongest beer. Cheers. That's going to be addictive. That's going to be addictive. Very, very strong whiskey burn. Very strong. Warms you through and through. The flavours are incredible. Very sweet, rich chocolate. It's almost as if it's a dessert in a beer. It's that sort of rich chocolate, sweet caramel, roasted but not burnt, roasted. Wow, that's incredible. And that burn hits you on the first sip, it just, second sip, you got used to it by now, it's not so much of a burn, but you get that lovely, pleasant aftertaste, and that is addictive. It's sweet, it's rich, it's indulgent. The body is quite thick, I'll be honest, it is quite thick. But not a problem with me getting this down at all. It's really, and the aftertaste lasts very long. But there it is, Brewdog Nuclear Penguin. My only criticism with this beer is I want to see the 330s come back. I don't like this 110ml shit. I want the 330 back. I've spent before £40 easy on a 330. I spent £40 on Sink the Bismarck. I spent £40 on Armageddon. I spent £40 on another one, I can't remember what it was called. And also around about 28 quid for Brewdogs World's Strongest Beer. Strength in numbers. And to be fair, strength in numbers is a lot more alcohol hitting than this. Yes, the alcohol hits there on the first sip of this, but when you drink it more and more, there's less of that alcohol hit. Mate, that is fucking addictive. What would I score that? Easy 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 all day long for Brewdog's Tactical Nuclear Penguin. Cost me about a tenner for that. Tenner for that little thing. Was it worth the money? Yes, but to be quite honest with you, I'd rather a 330, and I'd rather spend 40 quid and get more of it for my money. But nevertheless, still a good beer. And yeah, much love for Brewdog. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and join me next time for some more beer reviews.